As you know, I am Syed Ahmed, the CEO of Sign In Overseas Education and English Academy. Today, I am going to discuss about communication. As you know, the world is evolving. It is changing. What is right yesterday is not right today. What was wrong yesterday is right today. Things are evolving. Things are improving. The order of the day also is changing. Same is with communication. Previously, communication was understood to be a flow of information. The flow of information from the source to the audience. The source can be a speaker like me, a trainer like me, or it can be a newspaper, it can be SumanTV, a TV channel, or anything. Information, when it flows from the source to the audience, it was referred to as communication. But that is not the case today. What is communication? Communication is flow of information from the source to the audience in a way the audience understands. If the audience is not able to understand, it does not remain communication, it remains only speech. There are different barriers to communication. I speak English. When you know Hindi, it is a barrier to communication. I speak Hindi. When you don't know Hindi, it's a barrier to communication. I speak soft. You're not able to listen. It's a barrier to communication. So barrier to communication are so many, which we are not discussing today. We are discussing about what is communication and how to make communication easy. Now let's understand what are the types of communication. Communication has got two types. I'm going to talk brief about the types. Verbal communication and non-verbal communication. What's verbal communication? What's a verb? What's a verb? Verb means word. Wherever we use words to communicate, that's called as verbal communication. Wherever you don't use words to communicate, that's called as non-verbal communication. Inverbal is not just oral as it's understood to be. Information passed on, conveyed, even in the form of a letter or an email which has words, comes under verbal communication. So what is verbal communication? Communication happening with the use of words. Either it's oral or it's written. It's verbal communication. What is non-verbal? That which does not use words to communicate. Example, a traffic signal on the four-way is a perfect example of non-verbal communication. The light conveys to entire traffic whether it has to go, it has to stop, or be ready. The red light conveys it has to stop, the entire traffic stops. The green light conveys they have to go and the entire traffic moves. So how is the information being conveyed? How is the information being passed on? From the light to the traffic, not through words but through lights. So wherever you use non-verbal communication, we don't have words. We have only either lights in this case, or facial expression, or gestures of the hand. Different non-verbal communications are there. Now what is important, verbal or non-verbal? Verbal, because we use words, words can be changed. Information can be distorted. Words you can lie with. Non-verbal communication, body language, facial expressions, you cannot lie with. Non-verbal communication is what an HR will bank on to know about you. HR will draw information about you through the words you speak to the extent of only 13%. The rest of the 87% information about you is conveyed to the HR who is interviewing you. The rest of the 87% information is conveyed to the HR who is interviewing you through non-verbal communication. 87% is conveyed through your body language, through what you wear, through how you walk, through the expressions that you wear, through the tone of yours, pitch of yours. All this speaks about you. If my tone is low, that means I am hesitant. If I am loud, if my tone is straight, consistent, I am confident. If I am showing my hands to you, that means I have nothing to hide. I am frank. If I don't show my arms to you, if I keep my arms closed as always, that means there is something I am trying to hide. All this information is picked up by the HR or people around you, not through the words, but through non-verbal communication. There are academies to set your verbal communication right. Mine is one. We teach speaking, we teach writing, we train you in all the modules of the language. But how do we learn non-verbal communication? We teach non-verbal communication also. But how does it happen? How does the body language become correct? How does the expression become correct? How does the walk become correct? Of course, with some inputs. The basic source of non-verbal communication or body language going haywire, body language going wrong are nothing but your own thoughts. If you keep the thoughts vain, if you think I am great, my head will bend, my body language will be different. But if I think I am simple, I think I have to learn a lot, my head is straight, my hands are closed. Sign that I am humble. This information is conveyed to the HR, that the person is ready to learn. The person is not arrogant. How does the HR understand? Not through the words you speak, but through your non-verbal communication. If that is so serious, if that is so important, how do we set our non-verbal communication right? Simple. Set your thoughts right. Be simple. Be honest. Be open to information. Learn. Your entire body language falls in place. But if you think, no, I have nothing to learn, I know everything, my body starts conveying to the HR that this person is proud, that this person is arrogant. So what do you need to do? Set your thoughts right to set your non-verbal communication right. For verbal, you have academies. Mine is one, you can approach me. For non-verbal also we give you inputs, valuable inputs. You may approach us, we'll help you there. Thank you so much.